What's up, family? This is Brother Sharif. And last week, I had the honor of sitting down with Dr. Kevin James, the 19th president of Morris Brown College in Atlanta, Georgia. Morris Brown College is a private HBCU that was founded in 1881 and was part of the Atlanta University Center, which is one of the largest groups of HBCUs in the country. Now, about 20 years ago, 17 to be exact, Morris Brown College went through some hard times, and due to financial mismanagement, they lost their accreditation. However, unlike many schools that have lost their accreditation, they have managed to stay open all of these years, and they've actually made great strides to regain accreditation over the past few years. As a result, I reached out to Dr. Kevin James for a family meeting. Unfortunately, we lost that footage, but I want to give you some of what was discussed anyway. So, as you all know, the school lost its accreditation, but it has managed to stay open. It still has students. And these students, I know you're wondering, what can you do with a degree or credits from a non-accredited school? Now, as far as the non-accredited school, these students can still transfer credits to different schools if the school that they're going to is willing to accept their credits. One such school that accepts credits from Morris Brown is Point University. So before we go any further, I want you all to know that just because it's unaccredited does not mean that it's a waste of time to attend this institution. And also, the school still has faculty members that are properly accredited and can be recognized by accrediting agencies. The school is currently pursuing accreditation with TRACS, which is an international, a national accrediting agency. It's not SACS, but it's still recognized by the federal government. So once they go forward and they actually become a recognized school, they'll be able to accept financial aid again on behalf of students, and they'll be reaccredited and back to where they were. However, right now, because of everything they're going through and everything they've done, I wanted to reach out to Dr. James just to learn a little bit more about him. I wanted to know where he was from, which we found out he's from South Carolina, like the name or the owner of the name that the school wears, Morris Brown, which is a coincidence. In addition to that, I wanted to know how he got into Morris Brown. And he let me know that he was already in the city. He was here settled. He's actually a member of the Dream Center, which is a wonderful church in Metro Atlanta. But he was here and he had operated as the chief executive officer of 100 Black Men of America for a while, until one day he decided to reach out to the board of Morris Brown to express his desire to lead Morris Brown through their hard time. And they appointed him the interim president. And the rest is history. He's now the full president of the university, and they've made such great progress with him there, including becoming a corresponding school with TRACS, which is the accrediting agency I mentioned earlier. In addition to that, the AME Church has actually forgiven over $4 million of the school's debt. However, they still have some steps they need to take in order to gain their accreditation, which include continuing to eliminate some of their debt. Dr. James is functioning using two hashtags, Restore Morris Brown and Hard Reset. And as a part of these initiatives, they're actually continuing to raise funds. The reason I went ahead and did this video anyway, even though I lost my footage of my conversation with Dr. James, is because I want you to consider giving to Morris Brown College. It doesn't have to be a lot. Like, I'm going to put 5 on it. So if a few of you will join me and put in 5 on it, we can help this school return to the greatness it was. And some of the great things that Morris Brown College has done, I don't know if you know this, but it was in about 5 movies, including Drumline, Stump the Yard, and what's that other movie? I'm sorry, Spike Lee. School Days, which is one of my favorite movies. In addition to that, it had one of the best bands of any HBCU. So the school has that cultural history as well as some other history that makes it worth preserving. Morris Brown College gave us our first black woman to serve as the chief of police for the city of Atlanta. It also gave us the first black woman to serve as the sheriff of DeKalb County here in Georgia. And it gave us one of my favorite people in civil rights history, Hosea Williams. So there are many other reasons for which we should consider putting 5 on the books for Morris Brown College, but those are just a few. I'm going to put the information for you to give in the credits of this video, but I just wanted to make sure that I posted this. And I wanted to give a shout out to Dr. James for taking time to have a family meeting with Brother Sharif. Stay tuned for the next episode of the family meeting. Thank you.